Now I feel like an idiot because it was Mud's birthday yesterday,
Nah.
and I usually
Oh, was your birthday, Mud?
Yeah, I turned 44 yesterday.
This is look. We're gonna start this episode off with being accountable again. You heard?
yeah, exactly, yo.
Yeah. Sit right here. Hey y'all, dive under. Slice. Yeah. Check. I never thought I would only love you. I was in the hood chilling with my crew. We all illin' with the feeling gone through. These days pass by like a nigga on cruise. It's so smooth, you gotta let it run through. I almost got caught, but I know Sun Tzu.
Now I feel like an idiot because it was Mud's birthday yesterday,
Nah.
and I usually
Was your birthday, Mud?
Yeah, I turned 44 yesterday.
This is look. We're gonna start this episode off with being accountable again. You heard?
yeah, exactly, yo.
Be accountable
Nah,
again. How
that's
you
weak
everybody
because I
remember
never
your birthday,
forget.
Mud?
Pause. I never forget. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like I'm always on. I'm always on a a nice text
Yeah.
in
Ain't
a
let
phone
nobody know it's
call.
your birthday, Mud.
I know he ain't even tell
It
nobody.
wasn't that. I mean, please, honestly,
Nah, we
once
can
I
like
turn
have a
40,
little drink or
when I
something.
see everybody, I always will say what's up. It's just I'm glad to wake up the next day
I understand
Yeah,
that. I
and
we
be
understand
gonna
around the
cap.
people.
We gonna cap.
I
We gonna
You know
cap.
what I
Yeah,
mean?
we just popped a bottle for Mud. Yeah, you know what I mean. So just
I got to enjoy it.
we
I
was
understand.
Mama love
I
pulled up.
understand that, Mo, but you gotta
Yeah.
let us know that, son, because
No, I get it.
you
he
feel
said he got
me?
mad oxtail.
When
Mama loves
when we get
Mama love
together,
me.
when we get together, we celebrate. That's what
Mama
we
love me
do.
the oxtail. Now we in the
Yeah,
building.
Mama love.
It is. Say it again.
Hey, yo,
Bleak and Tony Yayo.
I
My
said,
bad.
yeah, what y'all think about this Bleak and Tony Yayo thing? I think Tony Yayo got a point where he's saying like, you
I
got a
was just watching
restaurant,
that joint
Hove's
too.
not coming through. I got a dispensary, Fifth is coming to minds. Like, I'm like, sheesh, like Yayo kind of talking, son.
We're
It's
talking apples and oranges, man.
yeah, it's
Like,
twofold.
no,
It's
man.
kind of twofold with it to me. Like I just was watching that joint too. They was spazzing.
Yeah.
Yayo and Murder.
Yeah, Uncle Murder was
Uncle
going
Murder.
crazy.
Yeah, Uncle Murder was going crazy. I just think, I mean, how Yayo presented the argument, saying like what Hove be doing for Bleak, blah 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 blah. He don't be, and then when Bleak responded, and Bleak was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you want somebody to take care of you?" I think that was a great response by Bleak. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like Hove not, coming to the restaurant, not jumping on a podcast or not whatever. That was always their relationship. You know what I'm
No, it's
saying?
a
From
fact,
day
though.
one. Like Hove never was doing the videos for Bleak that he was featured on Bleak Records. Like, and I don't know, man. I don't know. Is he supposed to pull up? I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
he's supposed to pull up.
I don't know. You know what?
At least once. Come pull up to my restaurant once. I got the restaurant. You the big homie. Pull up.
Yeah,
We
but
don't
like
know. We
if
don't know
he
what's behind the scenes. Like people, what if he did? Bleak just not out there airing it out. He probably sat in the back of that. So like we don't know.
Nah, Bleak said Hove didn't pull up though.
he said that. Yeah, he be chewing Hove
You
out.
don't need to.
Yeah, what's good?
Yo.
We in the
Yes.
building.
It's my boy K Kingsley.
What's goody? Nah, but
Yeah, nah,
You gotta come down the block, Flea.
Yeah, hey yo, nah, I seen it was lit today, son. You seen the park was turned up today, right?
Yeah. I had to go coach though. My wife was down there. I left her down there. I came back home. My mom's in the backyard now.
we
Mommy
in the
over
building.
there in the backyard.
Father, forgive me.
Mommy's over there.
Down there. That joint was crazy down there. Yo, but today, guest man, we got the bro KK man, a super amazing dude, one of my big bros. Actually, everybody on this screen right now is a big bro of mine, somebody I looked up to, somebody I was a youngin' looking up at, and all that. KK is doing his thing right now with his clothing line, with his coach in high school, with putting these kids first, saving these kids' lives and all that. So it's gonna be a little dope episode, man. And I got some questions. I want some answers, and I just want you to drop these gems and jewels on these youngins, and even drop gems on us and all that. So
you got a nice pull up, nice
for my
KK.
boy K
Good looks for the pull up.
Peace,
Father, forgive me.
Peace,
Yeah.
family.
Peace.
And he's from Staten Island too. He's from
And
Brooklyn, but he's from Staten Island too.
Yo, I always say that when I'm in Brooklyn,
shout
I
out,
claim Staten Island. You feel me?
shout out to Mud for
Yeah,
the
it's a
link.
fact. Okay. So I want to start this joint off, right? Let's before we get to the ball, man. Let's get to the clothing stuff, man. What made you start the clothing line? Like, what was the inspiration behind it?
Like everyone here, like I got to watch.
Yeah.
Mud growing up, I got to watch Haas growing up, being around Kush, and they come over to the crib. They got on Iceberg, they got Coogee. So even my mom's putting like a lot of that, like the kids say now, that shit on me as a youngin'. Then watching the guys that I'm around, it was kind of instilled in me early. So as I'm getting older, and I'm buying YSL jeans, $1,400. I'm going to buy jackets, $2,000-$3,000. I'm like, yo. Got a wife, got a daughter. I'll start putting shit into perspective. Like, yo, $3,000 could go into a Roth IRA. $2,000 could go to a vacation. This could go to that. I'm like, I like it because I like it, not necessarily the name. So I'm like, I took a lot of inspiration of shit that I would buy and mix with what I would want it to look like or how I would want to fit. And I'm like, all right, I just went from there.
Yeah, that's fire.
What's
Cause
the
I
name of the
seen it.
joint?
I didn't even know that was yours when I first seen it. Huh?
Struck by Love.
Struck by, yeah, I definitely remember. I definitely.
SBL.
SBL, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
seen
That's
it.
what's
I'm like,
shaking,
hold on,
man.
who's that? Like, that's, I'm like, that shit was fire. That joint was fire. I'm like, that was hard, son. So like, what's like the like when you started off again? What year?
2020.
And what you got clothes and sneakers too, right?
I got everything. So for me, because remember I teach as well, you feel me? And
Yeah.
even with the kids, like with NIL. So you gotta lead by example. That's one of the biggest things I try to do. So I can't try to tell them save money or do this, but then I go buy $4,000 pair of pants. You feel me? So I tell them, hey, go. I got a cheat code. Like sometime what I do, I may buy a YSL jacket. Right? Y'all getting free game here. Whoever watching this, you in the clothing line, I might buy a YSL jacket because I like the cut, like the material, whatever it is. And then I'll ship it out to my manufacturer. Now he's sourcing the exact same material. You feel me? He is sourcing the same cut, everything. But now I'm giving it to them at a working man price instead of $3,000. You feel me? So just telling them like, yo, look, if you do you like it because of the name or do you like it because of how it looks?
That's
Um,
dope.
and
I
that's how
like
I
that.
go about a
That's
lot
a
of stuff.
that's a clip right there. We gotta clip
Yeah,
that.
I like
That's
that.
crazy.
That's a good one.
That's like my Chico before I'm going through tech pack, going through this, getting it fit, and then I'm like, oh, you know what? I like how old school PRP denims look, but then hey, I might like how the old school True Religion Billies was. You feel me? So instead of
Yeah.
going through every fit, like, all right, I'll just ship you out this. We mimicking this exact fit right here, but I want this material right here, and it cut me a lot of cost. Because samples is like if you do a bunch of samples over, let's say a jacket, right? If I make the same price that I may spend on the jacket, it may be the same thing to make a few samples.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Hey, yo, you know what type of jeans I was trying to find the other day? Some Rocker Repubs, man. You remember Rocker Repub jeans?
Yo, it's so crazy you say that, right? Because I got some patch denim in there, and that's what I sent him to get the fit on the on the
No way.
That's what I sent him to get on that.
Rocker
Yeah.
Repubs was legendary. Them joints just disappeared out of nowhere.
Where could they, people find your clothing and everything?
It's at Struck by Love on Instagram.
All right, I'm gonna put that
We
in the
got a
joint.
YouTube page, Struck by Love. You gotta be on a hunt because every time you go on the page, it's gonna say sold out.
Nah, for
Sold
sure.
out. That's a good problem.
Yeah, I tried to order some, son. I'm like, sheesh, but I'm like, K live down the block. I'm about to go.
Yeah. I got a bunch of stuff that ain't.
Do you pull
See
up?
you right here? I got a bunch of stuff that never hit the website. That's for like people that's tapped in, SMS subscribers. So you got to reward people other ways that's really locked in with you. I do a lot of stuff like that. So for me, clothing line market is getting really saturated. So I try to figure out a bunch of ways to distinguish myself. Like let's say Mud don't know me for the first time. He may spend $300-$400. He don't have to spend $300-$400 with me. You feel me? There's so many other brands economy's bad right now. Everybody got their own stuff they going through. So him spending $300-400, I might give him a two shirts and a pair of pants. I
Yeah,
might I might not make money off the sale, but now he knows like, all right, what you rocking with me is important to me. So I may not have made money now, but then on the back end, he will continue to come work with me.
That's a good strategy. You know, keep people locked in, and and it's always that's customer service and that and extending forth.
Yeah,
You know
I'm
what I
big
mean?
on
These
that.
things to keep, like you said, the market is very saturated with these things. Have you experienced any areas in like with tariffs? You know what I mean, and pricing and stuff like that, and how
Yeah. So
if
even like
so,
right now, yeah, it's bad.
if so, how's that affect your customer or your your client or whatever?
So for me, I whatever's going on, I don't want the client to go through it. You feel me? So that's even like right now, Jays we played 200 and whatever the market is bad now they 250, 260. I eat that on my end of whatever's going on. You feel me?
Yeah,
Even with that, I still get free shipping. If you close, I'll even put it in the Uber to you if it's rush delivery, depending on where you at or whatever. I can't get to you.
that's
Um,
love. That's
like
fire.
customer service is the biggest thing. Like all of us done order some shit online and then we checking when it's being shipped out and when I'm someone I order something I want it the next day, but that's just not the reality of it. So I try to do as best as I can with customer service.
Good
which
jewels
y'all,
right there.
what y'all, how'd y'all come about that name?
Yo, you want to know what's so crazy? That wasn't even the name.
No way.
So I was thinking mad hard, like a bunch of stuff that's catchy. Because at first I was gonna call it Deadly Addiction.
Okay.
You feel me? Because like people like, yo, you killing it, or like we always getting fly. So I
Yeah.
wanted
Yeah.
a whole big meaning behind it, right? And this was like right before COVID. This when like the Yeezys was lit, right? And I opened up Google, and the shit was a picture of Kim and Kanye kissing, and I'm like, yo, struck by love. It just came to me like that,
Ooh.
and then that was the first shirt, if you remember, Flea. But I do the pictures like when
Yeah.
I first started out, I only did like the
Picture
pictures. The
shirt.
first shirt was Kim and Kanye sold out. Boom. I dropped a Dame Dash and Aaliyah when they was
You need to
together. When
re-drop them
Dame had
joints.
the Sixers jersey on, he had the arm around Aaliyah. She
Yeah.
had the
Yeah.
headband. Sold out.
You need
I'm
to
like just
re-drop them joints.
nostalgic stuff for us. You feel me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mixed with stuff that they got going on now. So it just started as that, like Struck by Love. I did the Travis Scott's came out. I did a picture with Travis and Kylie walking to go with the Forbes.
Yeah.
And then people just like, all right, shit, I got the Travis Scotts. I need the Travis shirt. I got the Yeezys. I take the Yeezy
Yeah.
shirt. I got white ups. Let me get the Dame Dash and the
Yeah.
Leah joint. And
Yeah.
kept dropping. I picked up steam from that in the midst of learning the manufacturing stuff because I was doing things the hard way, not knowing how things really work. I was going through tailors and this and that until I understood the manufacturing game, and that made everything 10 times easy.
Yeah.
You need to
Once you
re-drop
get
them
the
picture
plug.
joints, bro.
Yeah, I'm bringing those back.
You need to bring those
So,
back, son. Whoa,
so,
I forgot about the Dame Dash and the Leah joint. That joint
That
was
joint was
mean.
so
That
I want
joint
to,
was mean. I forgot. That's like 4 or 5 years ago you dropped that,
Yeah,
right?
that was literally when my first drop was just those because I didn't know nothing. So I just went through a t-shirt website because all I had
Mm.
is an idea.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So even when I wanted pants, I'm going into the fashion district and I'm buying yards of denim. I'm buying yards of leather. Now I'm going to the tailor and I'm doing it. And I cut the time down and the cost down with learning the manufacturing business.
That's fine.
And it's more pricey
so
probably going through the tailor, right? Definitely,
pivot. I
probably.
want to pivot real quick. Yeah, I want to pivot real
Wait,
quick.
hold on, wait, hold on, Mark. Before we pivot, what advice do you give to anybody that's trying to start up a clothing line or that's thinking about starting a clothing line up?
Stay consistent. You feel me? Because you got to think about it. A lot of brands, um, they might not get the result they want right away, but all it takes is one hot season to change your life. But three followers or three customers may turn into six. Like people just think they got to sell out automatically. I'll give you an example, right? Let's say you got 100 loyal customers that no matter what drop, they gonna cop whatever you want. So you could put it together how you want. I'll constantly have stuff in. or I'll go by drops. If you got 100 loyal customers, and I just give you an example. Let's say I drop a collection is 3 or 4 pieces. All right, we got a hoodie that's $100. Let's say we got a just random numbers. You feel me? I got a jacket that's $100. I got a pair of pants that's $80. Let's say them 100 customers buy every single thing. They all spend $280. That's 28 grand that you could make. You feel me? So a post, and that's just per drop. You feel me? So
That's hard.
that's the way I teach my kids in school. You feel me? Opposed to like, yo, I'm on a strike. I'll hit a home run right now. You go single, single, single. You got the first base, second base, third base, and I still made a home. Opposed to trying to hit a home run every time.
That's fire.
Nah. Like if 50 people come to your crib right now, you'll be tight. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
so
A
like,
hundred is especially with the
so
clothing.
that
You got to think
50
about that's a
people
lot.
that's following you, you gotta, or you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta value that 50. You know what I'm saying? Because, so, but I
The
feel you.
biggest thing
That's
that
good.
people got to understand, I would say, is everything not for everybody.
Yeah.
You feel me? So you may be dropping something, but it ain't for the people that got the eyes on it. That's why even social media is so powerful now, right? Because now it allows you to collab post. Like even me and Mud was just talking about that the other day when I was talking to him, and I'm like, I have my kids who play, right? I have some of my kids that's in the NBA or whatever, so they might put something on. I might be with them. I use them in a commercial. My page probably got 15,000 followers, right? But now I got kids that play for me that got 100,000 followers. So now I collab post with them, and now my what I got going on is broadcasted to their 100,000 followers or whatever. You feel me? So just like keep stay consistent. That's where anything. You stay consistent, it'll grow.
Jules.
So,
Nah,
so I
Mud.
got two questions for you, Kay. I'm gonna pivot. I got two questions for you. So my first question is, what is the state of New York City basketball right now at the high school level? Like, are we still on top? Are we falling off? You know, the PSAL is not as strong as it used to be. Like, are we okay? You know, Jersey got a lot of hoopers. Everybody coming from other states. I know we're the mecca, but like, where are we at right now? New York City high school basketball.
Honestly, I think it's all opinion based.
Gotcha.
Like you feel me? It's when you think about it, they say New York City's down, right?
Right.
But how can New York City be down with maybe you look at a lot of other top teams like the IMGs or these teams, and when they go to get players, they're coming to New York City to get these players.
Mm-hmm.
So if New York City's down in totality, why are you coming here to get them kids to go there? I don't believe it's down. I just think negativity is easier to spread than positivity. So if you run with that narrative as a media, um, and you're a media outlet, it's gonna get clicks automatically. And it's gonna be easier to spread that fire than yo, we got the number one all American and we got the like if you look at it just now, Dylan Mingo who played for me was an all American. We had Hassan Karesi, we had Stepanak alone had 3 McDonald's all Americans. Um Deron Rippey was just a McDonald's All American. He's from Fort Greene, Brooklyn. He went to school in Jersey though. You feel me? But if you that's just 5 people this past year alone that was a McDonald's All American. So how can it be? What I would say is I don't think it's the same like how when we were growing up. Like it's crazy. I was just on the phone with my bro Kev, and I'm like, when we were coming up, people were like father figures to us. You feel me? Like whether you had Ed Watkins, you had Gannon, you had these guys. We're like they held you accountable for certain shit. I feel like a lot of people in the kids' lives they want to be their friends. Like you feel me? Like even Kush, like I have a 40-point game and he tell me I'm trash. Yo, you left. You could have went left 3 times. You ain't go left out. So in my mind, I gotta keep working. Now they telling these little dudes, yo, you pro. They under their picture, you pro. Someone questioned me like, yo, you never post your kids. I said, because what am I posting them for? Like I train them, I work them out, I expect them to have a good game. That's not
Yeah.
I'm not celebrating that. I celebrate them when they get a college degree. That's when you see me posting them. When I'm at their graduations, I'm posting. When they become pros, I'm posting them. But this, like, they doing what you're supposed to do. We don't get credit for being good dads because that's our job. We don't get credits for being good husbands. That's what we're supposed to do. So I'm not giving them credit for things that they supposed to do. Like, that's what you work on. All right, we supposed to be there. That's just my opinion on how I go.
That's some
Yeah.
good.
Next one is that how do you balance of your time in coaching, because the basketball season is long, and you go beyond, like, you full
Yeah.
time, you know what I'm saying, and still be there to support your household, your home, you know what I
Um.
mean, your wife, your lady, your daughter, to make sure they get their time with you too.
Yeah. I think you gotta have a spouse that understands.
I was just about to say that. That's
You
fire.
feel me? Because you gotta think about it. Even with my wife, you feel me, mother? I was fortunate. That was my next door neighbor in Brownsville. So I'm waking the whole building up. I'm running the steps with jump soles. As little kids, I'm joking around. Yo, I'm gonna buy us a house. I'm gonna go overseas. I'm gonna get this and that, and like that. So she showed me locked in like that, and she knew what I was locked in with. So even now, when I'm coaching, and let's say, like for instance, we just went to Cali this past season. She came. My daughter came. We took the team to Puerto Rico. She came. I AO troop that fell on Mother's Day. She came with me to Boston. You feel me? So a lot of these kids, she see that I'm able to change their lives. Like I gotta tell her, it would be selfish of me to have the information I have and just sit back and do what I do and not give it to them. So I'm one KK. If I could create 30 other KKs, and as far as information wise and what I know, not saying to be like me, you feel me? Help them with financial literacy. Now that 30 creates another 30. That 30 now the tools that the kids that come from what we come from don't usually have. Now they all have it. Now they wouldn't be running into some of the same problems that they have. Yeah, remember, I'm like, I got some parents calling me, hey, can you talk to my son? I'm like, yo, what? You still the parent. He's making $500,000. You sign off on what he could do. I'm just the coach.
Yeah.
I can guide you guys, but you got to make sure he do it. But they trust me with stuff like that, so I'm fortunate to be able to earn the trust of my parents.
You know that like what you just said, right? To rewind on that, how does that feel to like have a wife that understands that? Because in some circumstances, not some all circumstances with anybody that's married, because everybody that's on here is married.
Mhm.
We could attest to that. A wife could stop a lot of motion for you if
Yeah,
or like a household could get separated from
yeah.
stuff like that. So how does it feel that like your wife is on the same page as you? Like, yeah, like, because a lot of people try to do stuff but can't. Like, I don't know if my wife would be, but like, so like none of your motion is being stopped because of your backbone is on the same page as you. How does it feel that you and your wife is on the same page? Because that's beautiful.
It's tremendous. I tip my hat off to her. Like you're saying, it's not understanding, but I also feel like it's easier to get your wife to understand when you've always been able to lead.
That's
You
a
feel
fact.
me? So like, if you're not a leader, then it's tough. If you come like, yo, I want to do this, and the shit ain't working out. The last 10 things she saw you do, the 11th thing she gonna be like, yo, this is not gonna work. But if she sees me take a kid in, now the kid stay. Some kids, it been kids that had to come stay with us. You feel me?
Yeah.
Cause they in Brownsville, gang shit. Until I get them to understand life is bigger than that. You
Mhm.
feel me? Then now my daughter gets to like, yo, yeah, that's my brother, that's my cousin, whatever she want to say. They're on TV. You
Yeah.
feel me? Same kids that was asking my wife for $20 for VC or whatever it is. Now they could go get my wife a Mother's Day gift because they making $200,000-$300 in $200,000-$300,000 in NIL. So I think if your wife sees you as a leader for certain things, it's tough for them to question uh, certain things you're trying to
That's
make come
fire,
to.
K. That's fire.
Fire.
Dope. That's a
Fire.
good one. That's dope. You right.
That's fire. That's
Talk that
fire.
talk. That's
And
true.
to pivot off what Mud said, right? Because we off the close stuff, right? Uh, Kay, what you did after high school? What you graduated Curtis, right? Or
No, so that's what helped. I left Curtis. I went to prep school.
prep school, and then you
No,
went
That's
to
I
crazy.
transferred to Jeff. I
Yeah.
transferred to Jeff. Pardon me. I
okay.
transferred to Jeff. Thankful for my time at Curtis because, like, one thing I say, even right now when we play against Staten Island schools, like I got to play for up under Timothy Gannon. I learned how to take charges. You feel me? I understood what helps I was. You may get to Brooklyn where it's
Get you.
all talented, but they might not have the basic fundamentals when it comes to shit talking. Like you had to talk for that guy. You feel
Yeah,
me? Everyone was held accountable. You didn't care who you were or what you was. You had to do it a certain way. You feel me? So me going into Jeff, right? I took that. Now I averaged 28 and 10.
Mm.
You feel me? Beat Bashy for the assist record. I was like second to Vern too. Got with Smokey, like, yo, you're young. You need to reclass. I was fortunate, went to Laurinburg. We was number one in the country. Won the national championship, and things just took off for me, like right there.
that's fine. That's fine. So what? So what made you want to be a coach?
I ain't know I was gonna be a coach, honestly. What's so crazy is right. I was at Old Roberts, right, and I transferred to a school in West Virginia. The coach left. He went to Florida State. He like, yo, I'm like, yo, coach, I want to go with you. He like, I ain't going. He's like, we don't little guards don't play in the ACC. I'm sick. Like, damn. I just so happened my prep school coach was taking a job at a D2. You feel me? So most people like I ain't transferring Division 1 to Division 2. Me, I'm the oldest of six. Mud, no, I'll always look after my brothers. So I'm like, yo, if I'm gonna go Division 2, it gotta make sense. So I got my two Smooth was locked up at the time. You feel me? I'm like, yo, I don't need Moxie in Brownsville running around. JJ, Booch, Staten Island. I'm like, yo, give my two little brothers a scholarship to come there. I'll come to your school. He gave both of my little brothers a scholarship. I went to West Virginia.
That's crazy.
Yeah, West Virginia. It's everything
Awesome.
about leverage, bro.
Yeah.
Everything about leverage. I'm like, yo, I'll go there. You give them two scholarships. He gave them scholarships and work studies on the campus. They ain't have to do.
That's mean.
Yeah, that's a
That's
mean
mean.
one. Mean package.
That's
You know what I mean?
fact.
Mm.
So fact. So how you fall into coaching high school though?
Yo, so look, when remember it's not like now where you could transfer and play right away. I transferred. You got to sit out a year, right?
Okay.
We're in practice. The assistant coach, I don't remember what happened. He kicks him out. Other coach, assistant says something, he kicks them out. So now I can't play. I gotta coach the teams. Like he's like, KK LaBrew, you coaching because I'm the point guard. Mind you, it's an inter squad scrimmage, so it's real refs in there. All that. Me, I already know. I'm just thinking the game. We fake whooping their ass. The team I'm coaching, basically the second group, but we couldn't win that game. Anytime it got close, the refs beep, foul, beep, foul, two shots. Like, yo, he didn't touch him.
Yeah.
End of the game, coach, like, yo, you're gonna be a coach. I'm like, nah, because mother, you know me, like I stayed to myself a lot. You feel me? I never partied, never did this. At the time, I didn't think it. He's like, nah, you're gonna be a coach. I'm like, nah, so that ain't for me. He said, when you finish here, go overseas, you wanna come back and coach, you have a job waiting for you. I'm like, nah. Fast forward, um, overseas, come home for the summer. The guy I played AAU for, he's like, yo, I need you to train some kids. I was training them, right? He called me down to train one day, and I actually had to coach the game because the coach didn't show up. And then freaking, that ended up being my first group. The parents is like, yo, why don't you coach? And the rest was history from there. So like, it's crazy because one of my first groups, um, you guys watched the national championship game, Michigan versus UConn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elliot Cadeau was my point guard. You
That's
feel me?
crazy.
Tahar Pettiford. So even that group, by the time they got to eighth grade, well, even before that, like number one team in the country, like so I like kind of fell in love with that, and then let me tap into kids from Brownsville, whatever. Even I try to speaking of red, like yo, kids from here, Jay Rue. I reached out to Jay Rue a million times too, like yo, how can I help you guys?
Yeah.
Um, but everybody see things differently.
What since you from Staten Island and from Brooklyn, you could speak on this. What you think is the biggest problem with Staten Island basketball? Period. Like, what's the biggest problem Staten Island basketball faces, or like puts theirself in? What's the matter with Staten Island basketball to you?
It's a few things, right? I feel like if someone's good in Staten Island, as a borough so small, the whole Staten Island should get behind and pushing. Like, regard if it's 3 kids, the whole entire Staten Island should put every single resource into them kids and push those kids. Like, you may have a kid from one neighborhood in Brooklyn, and the whole Brooklyn's pushing. Like, you guys watched Jada last year. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure y'all know it.
guys.
He played for me AAU. Jada went from Jeff. The whole Brooklyn, then the whole city got behind Jada. I feel like Staten Island, everyone's fighting against each other when it shouldn't be like that, especially in a place where you feel like y'all not getting looked at like the rest of the city. You feel me? So that's one, right? The second thing I would say is if a kid is good in Brooklyn, they throwing them right in the fire as a freshman. You feel me? And you're gonna develop that way through take your bumps and bruises on varsity. Staten Island, they make you go through freshman, right? Then you go through sophomore, JV, then you get the varsity. But by then, it's kind of too late because what works for you as a freshman, what works for you on the JV level, that's not going to work for you on a varsity level because those guys are bigger and stronger. So, for instance, right, like a freshman playing varsity, like I got the kid Lee Robinson now. You guys probably see him, right?
Yeah,
Right,
it's
Lee
tough.
Robinson,
It's
right?
tough.
He's a sophomore, right? Guys may be bigger, stronger, faster, quicker, whatever it is, but you learn your strength through trials and tribulations against that stuff. If you're playing against other 14-year-olds, you're only going to be better than other 14-year-olds.
No, for
But
sure.
when you get to college, you're not going into college as everyone's the same age.
Yeah,
So you look at all the schools around the city, like some of their best players are usually underclassmen at some point during the year.
yeah, for sure. I think
Makes
I think
sense.
y'all could tag along with if, on this subject, but I think one of the biggest problems for Staten Island basketball is I think like the race card, bro. Like I think it's a lot of like I think it's a lot of stuff that's going on behind closed doors. Like like these kids can't relate to some of these coaches. And I think it's like like a lot of funny stuff goes on in Staten Island to me. You feel me? Like, cause I'm looking at it like
I agree with that, right? But
even down to the refs though, bro. Cause I done seen the Brooklyn team. I'm not gonna say what school, and I done seen the Brooklyn team come play a Staten Island team, and they was way better than the Staten Island team, and the refs was going crazy for. I'm like, nah, no way.
oh
How
yeah,
is
that'd be at Wagner. I know exactly what you're talking about. That'd be at Wagner. Teams come from out there. They go to Wagner. I know. That's why when we go to Wagner, we beat them by 30 because we
how is
can't
that
let
not
it be.
noticeable though?
I know. You don't even have to say. I know because this is the talk I have with my guys. You can't go into these certain places. You got to be 40 points better to win by 20.
For sure.
Ooh.
You feel me? If you're 10 points better, you're gonna lose the game. If you're 20 points better, it's gonna be a close game.
Yeah.
We got to be 40 points better to win by 20. So all that said to be, I say this to say that you still got to put the ball in the basket. You still got to have discipline. You still got to wear. If you know you're fighting against those things,
Facts.
film don't matter.
It don't
Like
matter.
if I have 30, 30 is 30. If I have 10 assists, 10 is 10 assists. If I have 20 rebounds, 20 rebounds is 20 rebounds. You can't argue with that.
Yeah, facts. I just think how Brooklyn got a Lincoln. Like all these schools got a. I think Staten Island has to have a school where like all the best players go to Curtis. Like maybe a best player go to Curtis, then another nice dude go to McKee. I think everybody has to get together. Like, all right, we all going to Curtis. We all
I
going to
think
Nudo. We all going to Port. Like
I
it be
think Kate kind of just said that. Like like it's the divide. You know what I mean? Like everybody want to be the one. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? And it goes in other areas of Staten Island politics,
yeah, facts.
music, everything. You know what I'm saying?
All
It's the
right.
same thing. You know what I mean?
All right.
It's like the
I
same.
give y'all some gems that I probably shouldn't be speaking on right now, right? Um, so what Flea said, right? I think it is. You gotta give people a reason to get behind you. Like you gotta think about it. When I went to Eagle, they won 3 games. You feel me? COVID hit. I had a full season with them. We've been in the city championship every single year. You feel me? So I wasn't at a school that like I'm in the league with Lincoln. I'm in the league with Jeff. I'm in the league with all these schools that went to the championship. We the bottom of the league, but what I have is like my face card. Like I did it at that level.
Yeah,
Anybody that you know is nice, you can reach out to them and they will vouch for me or whatever. So I think it's not like a lot of the coaches who want to be successful don't get their feet to the ground.
fast.
You feel me? You got to put your feet to the ground, like, and then you can't pigeonhole yourself because you're not gonna get every single kid, right? But it's strength in numbers. If you go after 100 kids, that's nice. Maybe you get 3 of them.
For sure.
If you only go get 3 kids, that's nice, and you don't land none of them, now you have nothing. So I think they got to figure out a formula that works for them for whoever's trying to build the
Oh,
powerhouse.
my bad.
You feel
Yeah,
me? If that's what you want to build, and the problem with Staten Island is too. Staten Island only worry with Staten Island when outside of Staten Island, no one knows where the Staten Island High School League championship is.
nice.
You feel me? So I see schools sell like someone wins a borough championship in Brooklyn, they are celebrating now. Let's go get the cities now.
Yeah, for sure.
Like we won the boroughs this year. That fucking trophy is my daughter got makeup sitting on top of that shit.
Yeah. Not for
You know,
sure.
that is like the season was not that we lost in the city championship. That's not a successful season to us. And when you drill that in the kids' head, then they strive for more. They strive for more, but you let them be complacent with that, and it's like, yo, we won the Staten Island High School League chip, and that like it's the whole rest of the city, it's the whole rest of the country.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Some good feedback. Some good jewels dropped or dropping.
Yeah.
You know what I
That's a
mean?
fact. Hey,
Red, man, Red. Before I was at Eagle, right, and I had the kids, I reached out to Red, reached out to J. Rue. Like, yo, look, I'm in. I coach New York Lightning, top program in the country. Do middle school, high school. A lot of my kids are in Jersey. The Bayonne Bridge right there, Gotham's right there. All it, yo, come down to Red. And I can say this because Red, no, he don't care. You know, Red don't. He's like, nah, I hate AAU.
that's
I
right.
was about
I'm
to
like,
ask
yo,
you
but
about AAU, but you.
I'm like, yo, you're not really gonna have a good like if you wait for kids to come into your school that are gonna be nice, you're not really gonna have a good program.
You got to put your feet
Like
to
the
the.
way it usually works is people will send their kids to private school. That's just the way it is. Even with us being ranked every year, I gotta go out and hand pick certain kids that I'm going after because private schools and Catholic schools will get the pick of the litter 9 times out of 10
Yeah, for
because
sure.
they just feel like it's a safer environment. They feel there's more resources. They feel it's this and that. That's why for me and Coach Kev, that's my brother when he took the job over there and my director at Lightning, like, yo, you and Kev are the same, except he's light skinned. Y'all two need to go build it up and do. And I pulled my resources, he pulled my resources. I'm like, yo, how can we compete with Catholic schools and private schools when they say they have this, and that, and we're able to have our rebuttals where, like, all right, well, we're better at this, we're better at that, to even a point where the curriculum where we went to the principal and said, like, hey, maybe certain things that we need to have, or certain things where, like, I teach the fashion and entrepreneurship class where I help them get their S corporations or their LLC, right? And we have stocks class where the principal gives the guys money who take the class to invest, and then you get to keep that. We have you get your barber license, you get your culinary in
Yeah,
there. So like that's tools that we equipping them with now that at Catholic schools they're not doing that. So like you can make money now as a 15, 16, 17-year old to be prepared in the real world in case the basketball isn't the route you want to take when it's all said.
that's me. Hey, yo, how since like we know like so it's like super real out here, right? So we ain't gonna fake that. How and it's worse than it ever was for real.
Mhm.
How do you keep these kids off the street when it's so appealing nowadays? Because you know we was outside when we was their age, but it really wasn't appealing. It was we was just out. This is what it was just us. Like we was
Yeah.
it was, but it's so appealing now. When they, how do you separate your kids from that when it's, because I know it's hard to do that. Like, nah, y'all, like, you feel me? Like, it's super hard to do that.
I feel like it's hard when you don't understand yourself.
Okay.
You feel me? So like even me when I was young and then I was able to break stuff down and put it into perspective and I'm like I'm in a Ville, I see somebody with a BMW, right? But then they going into the P's. I'm like, yo, that shit is not lit. Like, why are you in the P's if you got the Beamer and you got the Rolly and you got this? But then now you gotta look over your shoulder going into the building every night. Like I never wore slippers in Brownsville.
Yeah.
You feel me? Now I might walk my dog outside now with no shoes on if I don't want to. It's not like Flea, you live on
In
down the
fact,
block. Like it ain't like you gotta walk out, you gotta worry about these jumping out, searching you. So if you're able to put stuff like that into perspective to them where I'm able to show some of my kids, right? Just give you an example. Let's say a kid in New Brighton, right? And he may look up to someone on Jersey Street, right? And yo, he got the J's, he got the this, he got the that. I could show him a kid that I have who went to school, played ball, locked in, and he make more money than all 10 of them standing on the phone. The same kid I just spoke to y'all about, Elliot Cadeau, when Dusty May was leaving Michigan and he took the job in the NBA just now, right? And his mom, hats off to Michelle Cadeau. She's freaking super businesswoman, momager, whatever you want to call it. She understands that aspect. She entered the portal on purpose
mm,
just because he just got the MVP of the national championship game. So now I have the leverage. They was never gonna go anywhere, but now Michigan have to be like, all right, all these suitors might go after him because his head coach is not there to get him back. Michigan upped the money to 2.7 million.
yeah,
Who won a block is making 2.7 million?
it's crazy.
We can talk little money. Like I got
And
kids
you can
making
prove it.
300,000 at Monmouth. You feel me? I got kids making 100,000 at LIU. You know how much weed they got to sell to make 100,000?
Facts. A lot.
Mm-mm.
A lot.
Ooh,
You feel
that's
me?
good
Like not
jewels for
even
them.
included. All right, now let's look. They get a free apartment. They get free this. They get free that. You get to travel the world. You get to travel the country.
Yeah.
They on a block with their money.
And earn a degree.
Yeah.
That's the
You get what
biggest
I'm
thing,
saying?
mud. Like
That's the
Yeah.
biggest
that's
part.
the
And
yo,
earn a
yo. I
degree.
be telling my kids, I'm so tight. I had an extra year. I was fiending to go overseas. I should have came back the extra year I had and got my master's. Now one of my kids twist their ankle, anything you gotta miss some kid. Red shirt the year.
Yeah.
Red shirt the year. Now that fifth year, that master's is cut. Well, now they all get 5 years, but prior to this season coming up, anything they beefing with me. No, to the ones that got to the finish line, now y'all got a master. So even when y'all enter the work field, you at the top pay scale. If you want to go got this, you go get your doctorates, whatever it is.
Mhm.
All right. That's how you,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Keep
And
pushing the
it's crazy
stairs.
because K could prove it. Yo, you want to go on the block? All right, cool. Look, I'm gonna show you this young boy. You
I
about
can
to
prove yo Flea,
prove it.
this is how real it is, right? I could be like, whoever you think the littest person in your hood is, right? You can name five of them, and then I tell them, yo, I can show you five kids that are under 23 and they have 10 times more. I got kids, GLE, AMG, you feel me?
And it's
Bust
not a
down
gangster
paddock,
bone. It's not a gangster bone in there.
not a gangster bone in their body. Mind you, some of them, and it's the thing about it, even with those guys, you got to let them mess up some of the money
Yeah.
because they like to understand the spending, but their parents help me like set up their Roth IRAs, or you're gonna go get a high yield saving.
Yeah.
The money y'all making now, people don't ever make, period.
Facts.
Like,
Different problems. You heard?
yo, bro, it's ridiculous. I had one of my kids just now at Nova, bro. He made 600. He from Bushwick Projects, son.
That's crazy, son.
And
That's
it's tough to
crazy.
tell him, yo, don't go buy
Yo,
the AP
hey,
if I got an AP on. Don't go buy the Cuban if I got a Cuban on. So you go let them mess up them first two payments and see how fast the money go. And be like, yo, now you got to wait for the next check. Now think about when you go overseas, you're not gonna make as much money as you're getting paid to play in college.
no way at all. At
So you
all.
wanna when you finish playing, you wanna have that money. So now him, I had him put 20K into a high yield savings, right? And I'm like, yo, just leave it, watch it. He's like, yo, he saw the money grow. He's like, yo, what this is? He didn't know a high yield saving is different than a regular savings account.
Yeah, that joint double up and measure.
So now his second year, because he was saved whatever the money, bought a car, this and that. His second year, he put all his money, each check into the high yield savings. Technically, he's going into his junior year now. He do the same thing again. He don't ever have to bounce a basketball again if he don't want to.
It's crazy.
He bought his mom's a little pool house, Toby Hanna, PA. They there, like this is the stuff that they able to do now, but they don't know if they don't have people that can tell them that. They're the people that are, yeah, let's go buy cars and let's go buy this and let's go buy what you're gonna have when all that's spent up. Like here, take this $100, buy what you want.
You know, it's a fact.
It's gone. Now you have nothing. You in position to have stuff that people work all their life to obtain.
Yeah, no, it's a fact. It's like even with the cause you got to teach them that stuff. Cause even with the like even with this Bashy situation, like I'm glad I see him bouncing back, but I was tight. He was looking like that, son. Cause
Yeah,
Bashy was
yeah,
like he was like Superman to me, boy. When
yeah,
that
yeah.
little
That's my
fire
boy. That's
dropped,
my boy. I
that
think
man was
Bashy
like
was.
Superman. So when I seen him when that little stuff was dropping before he got locked, I said, no way bro could be looking like that. But I know it was a little finagle to that though. It
Yeah,
had
yeah, yeah. Well, it
to
was.
that. So I
It
really
was a
ain't
little.
paid attention to
But
that.
even to be in that situation, like, and here's the difference: when Bashy had people around him that's going to take,
Yeah.
right? Instead of, yo, we're going to set up this, and this for when you, if you do run into hard times, you got an ultra contingency plan.
Nah, for
So the
sure.
money that they getting is for ultra contingency plan. Like you should have an ultra contingency plan, not just a contingency plan.
Nah, for sure, son.
Again, bro, y'all getting $700,000, $800,000. All right, you got to pay your taxes. That, but this is for a season. You don't pay no rent.
Nah, for sure. Facts. Don't pay no
They
rent.
don't have no kids.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like this is
You,
the imagine 4 years. Like you got to think about it
Invest.
now overseas, right? Now overseas, you got to be in the Euro League to see that type of money. So let's just say a school right now. Let's say a kid kills at Hofstra right now. He's all league. He might make, if he lucky,
200,000.
no, hell no, not even close. Might be 50, 60,000 overseas if he lucky in Hofstra. Someone from Duke might be like I had a kid. I could talk about KP. That's my brother. Kevin Punter led the SEC in scoring. His first deal was for 20,000 overseas. Now he's one of the richest, one of the highest paid people in the Euro League. He always believed in himself. KP played for KP Partizan. He played for Maccabi Tel Aviv. That same coach that
Yeah.
Coach Brown and them in the Cavs.
Yeah, yeah, fact.
Like 4.8 mil a year. But a realistic contract coming out of college, bro, you might be lucky with 20, 30 grand.
you know,
You might be lucky.
my homie told me this a long time ago. He said, "Listen, there's some people that's playing overseas, and there's people in the United States working at McDonald's making more money than
No,
them.
seriously.
So don't
So
get caught up into people
yeah,
going overseas. If they're not playing in the league,
yeah.
you might as well just come home and go to work. It all depends on where level you're
I
playing in."
I got a kid right now. Norfolk State, he just got 70,000, right? He just signed. It's crazy because he's going to the same league I went to coming out of college, and the SBL in Slovakia. It's for 20,000. And I'm telling his mom, like, hey, he might be lucky if he get this. They like, what? I said, yeah, it's not. Like, you want to use that as a stepping stone. You want to take the 20 grand to 50 grand. You
Yeah.
want to take the 50 grand to 100 grand.
Go go out there
You
and
want to
kill
take
you.
the 100 grand to 300 grand. And that's what they do. I said, but people just trying to extend their career and do something that they love. That's what really all what it is or whatever. I said, there's some people that maybe in a C division league in Spain, they get $800 a month.
That's why you see these dudes not entering the draft. They going to college. They keep on
There's
training.
no
I need
point.
the
There's
fifth
no
year.
point.
So I need that
There's no
bread.
point. They got the leverage now, man. They got the leverage.
Hey, okay. This is a two-part question. What's the in Brooklyn? Where the best basketball players come from, man? Let's
I'm
let's
gonna say
talk
Brownsville.
because we gonna
I'm gonna
clip
say
this.
Brownsville.
We gonna clip
Sky not gonna
this.
like that. The East not gonna like that. But it's Brownsville, man.
Brownsville
It's
got the best
Brownsville.
basketball players,
Yeah.
not Coney Island.
No.
Coney
No.
Island don't got the best basketball players
No.
statistically.
No. Mhm.
NBA wise, though,
NBA
they
wise, yeah.
No. Burnt
Sling,
wrong.
Bashy,
Burnt wrong.
Isaiah, Doobie.
That's it. But now you could look up prior to that, right? When you got World Be Free, right? You got James Fly Williams, you got Tiny, Archibald, you got all these guys that's from Brownsville part of Brooklyn. It's just that Tiny did it at that time, coming from high school, how it was. But you match up anybody from Brownsville anywhere. That's just like anybody from New Brighton have a certain grit to them. You feel
Yeah,
me? Compared to the rest of Staten Island. You feel
no, for
me?
sure.
Where you may say the harbor's more finesse, or you feel me, the West might do things a certain way. Everyone know at Brownsville you're gonna get a like those are gonna be some bullies on the court, bro.
Yeah,
They're gonna be dogs. So I'm always say Brownsville.
that'd be a fire Brownsville versus Coney Island game. That'd be mean.
I mean,
That'd be
back then it
mean.
would. Back then it would. Um,
Nah, I think y'all can still grab some little like 35 and under.
Coney Island is done now, man.
For real's done.
Hats off to Zay Wilk. He 0-40 against me at Lincoln right now, bro. Since he's been coaching, son. My average loss of about 25 points. They gonna kill me for saying that though, bro. But it ain't the same, son.
Who right now? What park is jumping in New York City right now in basketball? Who got it right now? Do you
Gersh.
still go out to Gersh? Yeah,
That's where I just
Gersh.
came from. Kirsch in high school, then I had the pro game. Um, just cause
Yeah,
how Gersh do things, zone six,
yeah.
um, Dykeman,
The
um,
last clip is gonna get mad comments. I'm dying right.
they will gonna be tight, son. That's my boy.
That's my boys.
Oh, man.
That's really brother.
Nah,
Even like Zay, you feel me? I be fake tight as Zay, right? Cause
Zay need to
Zay's
get out
similar
of
to
Houston,
me,
man.
where
I'm saying that on
we
time.
never
He need
gonna
to get out of
Zay's
Houston.
never gonna poke his chest out and talk about his accolades. You feel
Yeah.
me? But like Zay, if you really put your feet to the ground and speak on some of the things you've done, you would be able to obtain certain kids that don't have certain information or they lost on where to go. Like
Mm-hmm.
Zay shouldn't lose out on no kid to someone that's just coaching and just Gersh. You feel me? Because homie don't know what it takes to get to where the kid want to get to. You feel me? Zay done walk the path that you want to walk. Zay done been through the fires that you hope to be able to go through someday, which will be a blessing.
Yeah, so
You
facts.
feel me? So I try to talk to Zay about that every time I'm with him. When we go to his school, he come to my school. Me and him talk the entire time before the game start or whatever. Like, but he just was raised the right way, so modest, under the radar, this and that. But it's like, yo, Zay, you got to tap into maybe AAU, tap in, go out. Like me, bro, I'm watching game, beat division. It don't matter. I'm just watching, bro, because I don't look at a finished product. I look at, do you have certain qualities, certain things that I can help you build up to get to where you want to go. Like, and you got to
I
know
tell
where they want to.
Zay all the time that Zay should get a head coaching job on Staten Island, and he could be the first powerhouse Staten Island school because everybody's gonna want to play for him. Zay need to get a head coaching job on Staten Island, but that's never gonna happen. No. That's never
Yeah,
gonna happen because he was supposed to get that Curtis job, but that's another story. Whoa,
I think a big thing is thinking outside the box too.
facts.
Like, just hypothetically speaking, I'm driving past going to the Berries. I'm driving past Staten Island Academy. This is me. If I got the head coach job at Staten Island Academy, which is an independent program, which is with the money that those parents have, with the resources I know they have, I would build to turning that shit into like a Luha, a IMG, because the money's there, right? But people don't think of that. Staten Island's only thinking of winning a Staten Island High School League championship. You feel me? Y'all got the money for housing if y'all want a housing.
Whoa.
You feel me? But people wouldn't even know. Like, that's like I pull up to your crib right now free, and you like, yo, I lost my phone. Help me find it. I don't know where to start. You
Yeah,
feel me? These people don't know where to start with building a program. You feel me? They may see other people what they chasing, and they're gonna chase the same thing. Like if they chasing a Geico National Championship, then you might be out on the AAU trip. Because a school like Staten Island Academy or St. Peter's, right? St. Peter's win all of Staten Island High School League Championship. Y'all have the ability to get R20s. R20s, you're able to bring international students in. I'm going to get 3, 6, 8 Africans.
Wow.
I'm going to get a 6, 7 Giannis from Greece. And I'm going to get a Jose Calderon from Spain, bro. Now I'm gonna sprinkle that in with a few, and now it's lit. And that's how you bring more eyes to Staten Island, but they not thinking on
I be
that
saying that,
level.
Mhm.
hey, I'm not gonna lie, son. My wife say that all the time. Like, yo, Staten Island just worry about Staten Island. Like, they got to
That's
get
it.
out. My wife always say that. Like, yo, Staten Island, they don't care about nothing but Staten. Like, they just want to be the best on Staten Island.
That
That's
now.
she always say that, son. I just think we gotta wake up in that part. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie, but I got a soft spot, man. I love Staten Island, man.
Me
I
too.
love Staten Island too.
I love that
I love
island,
Staten
man.
Island too.
Thanks, man. I think this was a great, super great episode. Before
Yeah,
we get
it's a
out of here, okay, we drop Father Forgive Me
great
advice.
episode.
So, Mud, what you got for the week? Kind of advice you got for anybody that's gonna watch this, man? If this was your last podcast, last time they can hear your voice, what would you drop, my boy?
Wash your face. Wash your face.
Wash your face.
Yeah, wash your face.
Wash your face.
That was one of my favorite lines. So, yeah, but good to be like, wash your face. Like, wash your face. Like, take care of yourself. Like I said, I just celebrated my 44th birthday.
Happy
Take
birthday,
care of
word.
yourself. Enjoy. But wash your face.
Wash
Thanks.
your face.
Mine's is well, bro, I was reading the Bible and I'm reading this book called Surrounded by Idiots. I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's called Surrounded by Idiots. It's a fire book. Uh and I was just thinking like, yo, bro, you know how when like say if K you get up or Haas you get up or Mud you get up and you be like, yeah, I know these niggas is talking about me, like, you feel me? Like I know they want to see me up. Like I know, you feel me? Like we give so much energy into that. We need to get at the God, because God tell you from the start, like, bro, nothing can't defeat you. You feel me? Like that, nothing can't defeat you but me. So we need to give God that, like, yo, bro, like you was right, because them people that's hating and that I'm giving attention to, that I'm saying, yo, I know they hating, like I should be giving that attention to God, because you making me win. So even after I think about these dudes and I'm still winning, it don't matter. You feel me? I need to put all that negative attention in a God. I need to put all that negative attention and positive attention to keep on winning. We be putting so much negative attention on, like, I'm going to style on them, or I'm going to do it. Don't matter. You feel me? Because after you style on them, what? Nothing happens. You feel me? You just got to keep on styling. You just got to style on them again, bro. But it's just like, you just got to live in grace and just take care of you, your family, and just keep balling. So that's my advice, man. Just live in grace, take care of your family, and keep balling, bro. And just tell the truth. You know?
I guess I go with like focus on what you could focus on. You know what I mean? Like if you got 50 followers, focus on 50 followers. Like I say, because if 50 people come to my crib right now at, you know what I mean, 10 o'clock, it's going to disturb my neighbors. It's going to cause a scene, and it's going, you know what I mean. So if you got 50 followers, focus on them. You know what I mean, and continue building, and listen to the Jews from KK, because he dropped some bombs. You know what I mean? So
Thanks.
I gotta say one now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say if you have opportunity, you have a chance. You feel me? So I mean by that, like, some people don't have an opportunity. You feel me? Like whether it's health reasons, maybe you locked up for whatever it is, and people don't understand how much opportunity is a blessing. Whether you have an opportunity to do something and you fail, all it takes is one time to be right, which could change your life, regardless of what it is. You feel me? Like, you guys got an opportunity with this podcast, right? All it takes is It could be 7,000 episodes. All it takes is 7,001 for iHeartRadio to pick it up and this place to pick it up. And now y'all got sponsorship ads and this and that. People don't understand the beauty and failure sometimes. You feel me? So that's something I talk to my wife and my daughter about. It's like when you don't do something, like some people are cheated with getting something right the first time because they never build character. You feel me? They don't understand what perseverance is. I always respect the person that failed 6, 7, 8, 9 times and then able to continue to fight through or something. So I would say everybody out there, if you have an opportunity, you have a chance.
That's fine. That's fine.
Fire.
Yeah, bro.
Word.
Before we get out here, I need this, Kate. You gotta because I'm gonna add them on this too. I'm gonna name a couple of people and just say the first thing that come to your mind. I did this with Red, but the Red episode got lost, man. I'm so mad. We
Oof.
gotta shoot this with Red. Red episode is fire. So to say that, Red Trip,
Passionate
Zay
and
Will.
misunderstood. Who you said?
Hold on, wait. You said Red Trip what?
I said passionate and misunderstood.
That's fire.
It's a good one.
Zay Will.
Hardworking, underappreciated. They don't appreciate Zay Wilk like how they said, bro. What he did is not normal for Staten Island. Even the person that he is to still be like, if you look at like a lot of people that accomplished what Zay Wilk accomplished, you don't see them coming through Staten Island like that.
That's fire. Coach Gannon,
Legend.
Curtis High School.
Oh man. Oh, memories, man. Memories.
Jersey Street. Ended like that.
Hmm. Jersey Street. Uh, culture. That's the culture. That's the culture right there.
Brooklyn.
That's home.
Lit. Father, forgive me,
Word.
man.
Father
So
forgive me. And it was New Brighton Day. What, today or yesterday? Something like that?
Yesterday.
yesterday.
Respectfully, Father
Successful
forgive me.
event.
Yeah. It's a
Fire
great,
episode.
yeah, fire episode. Real fire.
Appreciate you guys. I gotta hang out with y'all, man. My wife, like, yo, it's funny, right? Cause we be watching the Shy, right?
Yeah,
Y'all watch
Just
the
was
Shy,
thinking
yeah,
that.
facts.
Yeah.
and they be doing the men's circles, and my wife always
Bro,
asks me like, yo, who do you talk to about marriage? Who do you talk to?
bro, we was just
She like,
talking
you talk.
about
I said, I can't. Who I'm talk to? Kush about some that nigga. Like,
Kush is out of his mind, son. I see
That's a
Kush.
fool. Word.
literally exactly my point, son. And she's like, yo, you need. I said, I don't know. And then I saw mom like, yo, mother. I'm like, yo, that's my older cousin. I need to tap into like you guys more with
Yeah, let's get it,
just
We
man.
certain
was talking
things.
about that
Like,
men's circle too, though, bro. We was literally just talking about that. We trying to start like a non-profit, K. So like we trying
mm,
to like really get on that like a men's circle, like with like people that's married, like just men, like start like strong, like do a men brunch. All right, we do a men walk.
yeah,
We
yeah,
do a
yeah.
husband
I'm
picnic.
definitely
Everybody come
down
with
for
their
that.
kids. You feel me? Like
Cause even with like my wife, right? Or maybe a lot of our wives, it's so easy to show the dudes that's not doing right, right? So when you're a dude that's doing right, they can't believe it.
they
Yo,
can't believe.
I'm like, yo, why
You're
is it
saying
hard
that
for you
too.
to believe?
Yo, listen, I'll call my wife in here right now. You heard? And
Yeah.
she'll
I'm
say,
like, why is it hard? I'm like, it's only hard to believe because that's what, and that's the same thing like the kids that we talk about.
"That's what we
No
surround
disrespect
ourselves
to our
with."
wives, that's who they grow up around. That's what they
Yeah,
see in our neighborhoods. You feel me? So I tell my wife, if you're around 100 married couples and all of those husbands are doing what they're supposed to do and they don't cheat, the
supposed to be
dude
held
that cheats,
accountable. You heard?
it would seem like it wouldn't seem like an anomaly for the guy doing what he's supposed to do for his wife and his daughter or his son and his daughter.
That's a
I
fact.
said, I feel like we're outnumbered in a sense. You feel me? Where for them, it's like they always got to look over their shoulder and it's like, yo, what are you doing?
Yeah, facts. But I'm saying we so cool and we so lit. We could make this a real situation that
No,
people
no,
look
no,
to.
no, for
Yeah.
real.
Cause just like you said, the shot. I was watching the shot the other day, and I'm like, yo, Emmett's a dope. Emmett talking that talk like he. You feel
When
me?
you
Like
talking to his son that time, you talking about?
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm
yeah.
like, like outfit. You feel me? Like we could make that a thing.
I'm
Like,
sad
bro,
that
like
show is over, man. I'm sad that show's over,
feel
B.
me, bro? Like we could like make that cool. Like, bro, it's corny to cheat, bro. Like, it's corny to let your man do that. Like, you gotta,
Nah, for
bro,
real, bro, for
you
real.
gotta stand on it. All right, if you
Yeah,
gonna do that,
yeah,
you gotta split ways with Shorty. Don't have me
yeah.
around your Shorty and you doing all this. Like, you gotta stand on it. That's part of
Yo,
being.
it's so crazy you say that, Flea. I'm keeping the episode going. My homies know, don't be around me if you doing whatever, because I'm not a liar.
I'm not a liar, brother.
I'm not a liar. So if they ask me this, so that don't even put me in that situation for you, and that's for you. You
For
feel me?
sure.
Because I ain't gonna lie to you. So if you really my bro, if you really my, don't do that around me, bro. Because I'm
Yeah.
not a liar. I'm not gonna lie to whoever. I'm not gonna make up a story. I'm
Yeah.
not. You feel me? Because
And if
my
you really
wife,
my bro, your wife is really my sis. Like, I can't. I just can't be
exactly,
your wife.
bro. Exactly.
It's my sister. Like, I might, like, you feel me? Like, with like my son Godfather, I got a real relationship with his wife. Like, that's my
Mm,
sister. Like,
mm,
that's my sister. That's my brother. But that's my. So I like, nah. And your kids call me uncle. I can't do that. Like,
yeah.
I can't do it, boy. Like, I can't do it, bro. Like, I can't do it. So let's. How about don't do that? Let's go to Puerto Rico with the wifeys for a weekend, man. Let's go sit on
Yo,
the
look, it's so real.
Stuff
bro.
like that.
Like,
They know me. Do not hit me
you
for no
feel me?
God's trip.
Stuff like that.
Don't hit me for no God's trip. Because at the end of the night, I want to end my night a certain way, bro.
It's
I don't
over
want to
with.
look at
Yeah,
y'all. I
it's over.
don't want to whoop the strip and no, that's not a good time to me, bro.
I like that
That's,
hashtag, huh? Stuff like that. You gotta
Stuff like
stuff
that.
like that.
Stuff like
yes,
that.
man.
Stuff like that. Nah, that's
Like,
what we
Nah,
gotta
but a
do.
men's circle would be dope for sure. You feel me? A
Nah,
men's circle would be
hey,
dope
you
for
always
sure.
welcome to come through.
Because
You
you
know what I
gotta
mean?
think
Pull
about
up in
it.
here.
It may be some guys who may want to be on the same type of stuff that we are, but it may look corny.
yeah,
You feel me? It may look corny, but what corny is having your daughter, another dude around your daughter, you feel me? Or
oh,
another man raising your son. That's corny.
that's corny, son.
Oof.
That's why we gotta keep pushing the line.
Another
We
Jules.
gotta keep pushing the line, son.
Take care of your family, man.
Wash your
We gotta
face.
keep pushing the line.
Wash your
Wash your
face.
face.
Take care of
Watch
your
your face.
family.
Wash your
My son,
face.
My son K might have to pull up every Monday. We call it Men's Circle Monday.
Nah, I'm
I'm
with
with
it,
it.
bro, for
We may have
sure.
to
I'm
start
with it for
dropping
sure,
every
bro.
Monday.
I'm with it. Yeah, you
Men's
pull up
Circle
anytime.
Monday. That's fire.
Yeah, I'm
Pull
with
up
it for
anytime.
sure.
Pull up
It was a
Yeah, I
anytime.
fire
appreciate you
episode,
dudes,
man.
man.
Father,
Thank you,
forgive me.
Case,
We're
for
gonna go
coming
do
through, Case,
Nah,
for
numbers.
for
real.
real. Love
Word.
you, dude.
Love you.
Love
You
Love
y'all.
you
too.
too, man. Peace and love.
All right.
Hold it down.
Peace.
100. Father, forgive me.
Yeah, sit right here. Hey y'all, dive under, slice, yeah, check. I never thought I would only love you. I was in the hood chilling with my crew. We all illin' with the villain gone through. These days pass by like a nigga on cruise.